به نام خدا. اللهم صل علی محمد و آل محمد و عجل فرجهم. تمرینات بدنسازی مناسب برای حرفه بازیگری، قسمت سوم از کل 3 قسمت. قدرت و انعطاف پذیری بدن موضوع این قسمت ما هستش. خب همینطور که الان مشاهده میکنید، اولین ویدیوی این مجموعه هم مثل 2 ویدیوی قبلی تمرینات عضلات بدنمون هستش که ما گرم بکنیم و این ویدیوها رو من از اینترنت پیدا کردم، اما دستور این که این تمرینات متناسب برای بازیگری هستش رو از هوش مصنوعی استفاده کردم. ویدیوها رو پیدا کردم و سرهم کردم و در قالب یه ویدیو دارم تقدیم شما میکنم. خب اولین تمرین طبق معمول میرید میبینید و انجام میدید.
خب شما حالا هر کدوم از این حرکاتی که این آقا داره آموزش میده رو به تب انتخاب بکنید و همون 10 دقیقه هوش مصنوعی که گفته رو برید انجام بدید.
Kick. We're going side to side laterally, kicking our butt, crossing our arms. Every time you're going to switch, which arm goes over top. This is a great one to warm up our chest, our shoulders, our knees, our hamstrings. Side to side, nice and light. This is just easy. Just warming up right now, guys. Getting ready. Calm before the storm. There we go. Just a few more seconds. Side to side. All right, next one we're going to do is going to be a posterior swing. I want you to start with your legs wide, a little bend in your knees. Arms are overhead. We're going to swing through our legs, stretching our hamstrings and our butt, and stand up. This is going to be a great one to warm up your whole back side, from your hamstrings, your butt, your lower back, your upper back. Just keep swinging nice and easy. You can see I have pretty good flexibility, so I'm getting down pretty low. You might not be quite there yet. That's okay. Again, this is just the warm-up. Through your legs. Now this one, on the way down, you should feel a stretch in your hamstrings as you're doing this. Good. Again, just getting out. We're going to go through each muscle, getting everything warmed up and loose. Full range of motion. All the way up, all the way down. Okay, next one. Feet shoulder width apart. Weight in our butt. Our body's on a 45-degree angle. We're going to pull and fly. Pull, fly. Pull, fly. Great one to warm up your back. Also getting a little leg warm up in here too. Pull, fly. There we go. Keep moving. Doing great. Getting ready for that workout. Just a few more seconds. Keep breathing. Stay focused. Next, we're going to do a high knee pull down. Feet shoulder width apart. We're going to reach up high. And we're going to bring our knee up as we pull down. Alternating knees. Each time, reaching up big and high. Pulling down. Get a little ab flex in here too. A little ab warm up. Quads are warmed up. Shoulders and back. Again, just getting the blood flowing. Getting ready for the workout. High knee pull downs. Good. Next one, weights on our hips. Hands are out in front of us. We're going to do a standing twist. Warming up those abs and your core. Nice and slow. Not rushing this one. Feeling a nice stretch in your abdominals as you move back and forth in a controlled fashion. Standing twist. Good job. Next, we're going to do a standing calf raise. So, all we're going to do is push up off the balls of our feet all the way up, back down. All the way up, back down. Get a full range of motion. Stand up on the balls of your feet, stretching out those calves, getting them ready. There we go. Just a couple more times. Okay, last one, we're going to do a running arm. Put your elbows at a 90-degree angle. Your hands are going to come in front of your face, behind your back. Just like we're running. There we go. Warming up those shoulders. 90-degree angle at each elbow. Okay, that concludes our warm-up. Let's get to the workout.
تمرین 2 ددلیفت با دمبل 3 ست، هر ست 10 الی 12 بار تکرار.
ددلیفت رومانیایی با دمبل. اهداف کلی حرکت: افزایش متابولیسم، تقویت عضلات، پیشگیری و بهبود ناهنجاری‌های قامتی، افزایش تعادل، تقویت گیرنده‌های عمقی کف پا، عضلات اصلی درگیر، عضلات همسترینگ، عضلات راست کننده ستون فقرات و سرینی بزرگ، عضلات کمکی درگیر، عضلات سینه‌ای بخش ترقوه‌ای، خرابی و سر دراز عضله دو سر بازو. نحوه اجرای صحیح حرکت: صاف میستیم، دستها کنار بدن کاملا صاف و دمبل ها رو زیر خط کمربند موازی با سطح زمین در دست میگیریم. این نقطه شروع ماست. با عمل دم همراه با خم شدن زانو بالا تنه رو سمت جلو پایین تا نزدیک شدن دمبل ها به سطح زمین پایین میاریم. بعد از نزدیک شدن دست ها به سطح زمین همراه با عمل بازدم به آرامی بالا تنه رو به بالا هدایت میکنیم. این چرخه تا پایان تمرین ادامه خواهد داشت.
تمرین 3 کشش عضلات پشت 3 ست، هر ست 12 الی 15 بار.
This video is going to show you the best ways to stretch the muscles which get the most tight with calisthenics. To make sure the changes last and are permanent, I'll also show you and explain the best way to strengthen up your body for overhead range of motion. Hey everyone, Daniel Vadnal, Fitness FAQs. The first stretch that I want to show you is awesome for the lats and the triceps. It's called the lat tri stretch, and it's definitely one that you should do if you're involved in calisthenics. I really want to take my time and fully explain how to do the lat tri stretch correctly, because one, if you just go through the motions, you're unlikely to get the full benefits of the stretch. So bear with me, go through all these different technique points when you're doing the lat tri stretch to make sure that you're doing it properly. To start with, I prefer having a neutral hand placement using either a dumbbell or a kettlebell, because I find for most people's shoulders, this is the most comfortable. Once you start getting into full supination and external rotation, it's quite common for people to get some pinching in the anterior part of their shoulder. As always, when we're stretching and trying to increase range of motion, it should be comfortable, it should be tolerable, you should be feeling a stretch, but definitely not joint pain or joint discomfort. As you can see from the front, I prefer to have the elbows tucked in, because this way we're going to be stretching the lat and the tricep more effectively without compromising the shoulder joint. Once you start flaring those elbows out to the side, you're getting a ton of internal rotation, which is exactly the position we don't want to be in when we're trying to stretch out the internal rotator of the shoulder, being the lat. Absolutely vital for this lat tri stretch is what's happening with the pelvis position. Because the lat attaches down near the hip, we need to be mindful of what our pelvis is doing. We want to keep a posterior pelvic tilt, because this way we're able to get full length of the lat as our arm is progressively going further and further overhead. And then over time, when you're looking to more aggressively stretch those areas, you can gradually bring your knees further away from the body. This is going to put more load through that shoulder complex and get a more aggressive stretch. If you want to get both a super aggressive stretch through the lat and the tricep, as well as really increase those core demands, get yourself into a push-up position. Once you go into a push-up, you really need to be mindful of your technique. Make sure that you're keeping a posterior pelvic tilt. Make sure you're getting that chest elevated, that thoracic extension to accentuate the stretch. Don't fall into bad habits of just dropping that lower back. When you're in the push-up, you need to be particularly mindful of this. This position is optimal for stretching all heads of the tricep. So on one hand, you've got a bend in your elbow, which is obviously going to stretch the tricep, particularly that short head. And we're also flexing the shoulder, getting our arms up towards our ears, which is going to stretch the long head of the tricep, which has an attachment point to the scapula. When you're doing the stretch, make sure that you're actively holding the weight. What I mean by this is don't let it rest on your back. There should be a small space between the weight and your back. This way you can ensure that there's a full stretch going through the tricep. We absolutely have to get our arms overhead and strengthen up the back of the shoulders and also the back. This particular setup is ideal because we can work through a full range of motion getting our arms overhead, which, to be honest with you, I find pretty hard because I'm weak overhead. When doing these, keep a gap between the stomach and the bench. This way you're going to preferentially use your mid-back and rear shoulder muscles to do the work. Keep in mind that we're training small muscle groups, so move deliberately to make sure that they're used. Aim to keep the arms straight, scapula retracted, and pause at the top to make sure that you're building control in our newly increased range of motion. Honestly, for most of you, myself included, you're not going to need much, if any, weight to start with. Really gradually progress the amount of weight added as the exercise becomes tolerable and you're doing it for high reps. If you're following a routine which has balanced pulling, pushing, and mobility work, you're not going to have any issues. I'm going to save you the time because I've done the research and created well-balanced training programs that take this stuff into account. Go to fitnessfaqs.tv website, download our calisthenics training programs, and you'll learn how to master your body and prevent any mobility restrictions and frustration. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you soon.
تمرین 4 کشش عضلات پشت با دستگاه 3 ست هر ست 12 تا 15 بار تکرار.
Welcome to Push Fitness how-to videos, and right now we're working on our core. Now a lot of people, when they think about core, they only think about the abdominals. That's not the only part of your core. Your core is your entire midsection wrapping around your body. And this exercise works your lower back, which is a central part of your core. Now on every machine, on the part that has the weight stacked on it, you will see a description of the workout, a picture of the muscle group that you're working. So you can refer to that if you get any type of if you have any type of confusion before sitting on the machine. Now this one's a little bit tricky because there's several things you need to adjust. There's the platform that you rest your feet on. Depending on how tall you are, you either need to raise it up or down. Now the handle to adjust that is on my left hand side. So I'm going to take my feet off real quick so you can see.
تمرین پنجم کشش کل بدن 5 دقیقه. و اما تمرین آخر، تمرینات انعطاف پذیری، همان حرکات کشیشی. مدت زمان از نظر هوش مصنوعی 5 دقیقه، ولی این ویدیو آخر که تقدیم شما خواهد شد مدت زمانش 20 دقیقه است.
Hey guys, welcome back. So this is a video that you have requested quite heavily, and it's flexibility and mobility session. So I put an Instagram up last week. You can find our Instagram at the Lean Machines Official, where I did a time lapse of me stretching for 40 minutes and working on my range of motion. This has been so good for me. I've been spending about 20 minutes a day, 5 to 6 times a week. Pains that I have had are gone, my comfort is better, my recovery is faster, and my range of motion and my ability to move through exercises is much better. So that is why we're doing it. We're going to get straight into it. Grab yourself a mat. If you're a bit of a wimp like me, you can grab a nice thick one like this. If not, a nice thin yoga mat or some really soft carpet will do the job. We're going to use this time to spend a little bit of time on you. We're going to relax into these stretches. They're not going to be super painful and stressful. We're going to work on our breathing, and we're just going to chill out and hopefully feel nice and rejuvenated at the end of this and feel a lot more flexible. So with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, let's start nice and easy. All we're going to do is we're going to bring our left leg forwards, our right leg back. Let me just tuck this cable out of the way and lean yourself into it. Okay, so we're starting off simple. We're going to be really spending a lot of time working on our hips, our quads, our ankles, all these kind of areas that are very tight. So at the moment, we've got our weight through our front foot, and we should be feeling a pull in this hip flexor here. And we're just going to take our time here. We're going to spend just over a minute here, and then we're going to swap sides, then we're going to come back and we're going to progress these stretches a little bit further. All I want you to do is take your time, relax onto a nice deep breathing. We'll go into our breathing a bit more in a minute, but for the meantime, just take it easy. Nice deep breaths. Another 20 seconds here, and then we're going to swap over. Just relaxing into it, 5 seconds, and you can start to bring yourself back nice and gently. Just step back with your left leg, bring your right leg forwards, and we're going into the same stretch. Simple as that, just taking it real easy. We're not trying to fight this stretch and really shove ourselves into it. Just relaxing and letting your body just kind of fall into it. So nice and gently. Again, just over a minute here. So you're going to find that you've all got different flexibility ranges. Some of you might be here. Some of you are going to be way down here. That's totally fine. Just do what feels comfortable for you. Get to a point where you can feel tension, but it's not causing you discomfort. It's not like, that hurts, it hurts. Just relax yourself into it. Nice deep breaths. And as you start to relax more and more, you'll find yourself just dropping into it. Just allow your weight to sink into the joints. Okay, we're going to have another 10 seconds here, and then we're going to progress it a little bit. Okay, step back, swap the legs over. Okay, this time we're going to try and get a little bit further into it. It's totally fine if you can't make it here. I want you to bring your hands down inside your leg here, okay? So you should be able to get your hands beside your ankle and reach down. What we're ultimately looking to do is get our forearms to the floor here. You might not be able to do that in this session. You might not be able to do it for a couple of months. That's totally cool, but you can see how you're progressing. So just relax into it. Take your time. If you feel like you can work your way down to your forearms, but you have to kick your knee out a little bit, that's totally fine. Just find what feels comfortable for you. All right, we're going to spend another minute here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start working on our breathing. So all I want you to do is take a nice deep breath in. Let's go for 5 seconds. Go in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out in 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, in 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out in 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just keep that going. We're going to progress our breathing to a little bit deeper in a minute. Let's have another 10 seconds here. Just really relaxing off, letting yourself drop into the stretch. Let yourself drop down. Try not to resist. Okay, gradually, nice and slowly and gently walk yourself back. And swap your legs over. Again, we'll start with the same way. Hands down in front. If you need to kick your knee out to the side as we start to come lower, that's fine. Again, you should be feeling nice pulling this back hip, and you might be feeling it up in the glutes and the hamstring on this side too. So just nice deep breathing and relax. Come down to the forearms if you can. Okay, same thing applies. Work on your breathing. 5 seconds in, 8 seconds out. So we'll do the first one together. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds in, 8 seconds out. Keep it going in your own time. Just relax. Another 10 seconds here. And relax back. Okay, let's get a bit more of the glutes involved. So what I want you to do, bring one leg forwards, slightly on the angle, lay yourself down. Right, if there's pain in the knee, just adjust where your foot is. Adjust this angle here so you're trying not to find pain in the knee, okay? From there, we're going to sit in this position here with a nice deep stretch. I'm going to be about here, it's comfortable for me. And again, the idea is to work yourself down to the floor. So this one we're really going to work on our breathing. So just get yourself relaxed and then we'll go into our breathing. Right, we've got just over 2 minutes down here. So we're going to work on some big deep breaths. We're going to work 8 seconds in, 10 seconds out. So nice big breath in. Ready? So we're going in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just keep that going, trying to get your chest closer to the floor. If you need to move your foot around, feel free to find a position that works better for you. If you want to get a stretch in a slightly different place, that's totally fine. Okay, and relax yourself up from there, nice and gently, because you spent quite a time down there. And we're just going to do the opposite. We're going to bring one leg through, find the angle that's comfortable for you, and start to take yourself over the front of the leg. Again, try and avoid any pain in the knee. If your knee feels discomfort, just change your position. Find what works for you. Gone into that a bit early, still too tight. That's it, just take your time. If you push yourself too far and it feels like you're forcing it, just back it off a little bit and then go back into it. We're going to do the same again with our breathing. 8 seconds in, 10 seconds out. I'll do the first one with you. Here we go. So it's in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just keep that going. Just really let yourself relax towards the floor, just letting everything go. And again, it's all about spending time on you here. Just think from the top to the bottom of your body. Can you feel anywhere that's giving you tension? Are your feet digging into the floor? If so, just relax them off. And start to relax yourself out. Bring yourself back up again, nice and slowly. Take your time. Okay. We're going to put our toes together, spread our knees out a little bit, and sit onto our heels. Okay? So for me, this is quite a painful stretch already. I really feel this through the top of my feet. So if you want to put a cushion under your feet, or at any point you want to make something a little bit easier for yourself, if you can't get your forearms to the floor, you want to use something to rest on, totally cool. From here, what we're going to do is we're just going to start to walk ourselves back. So for some of us here, it's going to be absolutely far enough. That's totally fine. For some, we'll be able to get our elbows to the floor. Others will be able to lay their back on the floor. That's totally cool. Just see what works for you. Again, we're not forcing it. We're just kind of surrendering ourselves and letting ourselves relax down, working on our breathing and taking some time for ourselves. If you feel like you can move yourself down, bring yourself down a little bit further. Again, we're not forcing it, just taking it easy. This one can be a hard one to control your breath. Another 30 seconds here. Five seconds, guys. And you can start to relax yourself up. Nice and slowly, take your time. Give yourself a few seconds. Mind's gonna feel this through the ankles. Always tight for the ankles on this bit. Okay, I'm gonna face forwards for this one for you. Right, what I want you to do is come yourself down to a nice low squat. Like this, toes pointing out slightly. Keep yourself nice and low. I'll turn sideways as well so you can see my position. I'm down here. And I'm nice and low, I'm keeping my back nice and upright. So this is your next part. Put your hands together, yeah, palms together. Push your elbows inside your knees and spread apart. So I'm now getting a stretch in the inside of my groin and in my hips. And I'm also gonna lift my chest up, and that's really gonna work on my thoracic extension, which is the middle part of my spine, okay? Your cervical at the top, and then your thoracic spine. Really important for lots of exercises and for general posture, especially if you sit down a lot. So pushing that chest up, and pushing those knees apart. Can be quite a tough one to get into, this one, but don't panic. Just spend some time, some nice deep breaths, and relax into it. Again, you're under no pressure here, guys. You just do what you can do. and it's all relative to the person, so that's fine. This is possibly the easiest kind of session or workout you're ever going to get from us, but one of the most beneficial as well, to be fair. Because when you're lifting and you're exercising a lot of time, everything gets tight, and we've got to keep that loosened off so we can keep performing. If you feel like you can go a little bit further into it, lift the chest up again, push the knees out. Nice deep breaths. We're about 3/4 of the way through this stretching now. We've only got 5 minutes left, guys. And relax down. Okay, this last one's probably my favourite, and that's where we're going to spend the last whole 5 minutes on this exercise, because it's somewhere people are often very tight. So what you're going to do, spread your legs apart as far as you can feel comfortable, just like that. All you're going to do is just let your weight fall in, okay? So we're looking to get a pull on the inside of our hip flexors. If you've done deadlifts like me, your lower back's going to be a bit tight, but the idea is just you're relaxing yourself into this one. You know when you get that kind of the pain in the DOMs the next day and you forget that you've done them? I've got that now, and I wish I didn't pick this exercise because my lower back is stiff. But that's why we're doing it. It'll relax off. So just let yourself fall forwards, concentrating on your breathing and adjusting your legs as and when you need. 4 minutes in here, guys. I want you to spend the last 3.5 minutes just silence, me not talking, relaxing into it, and just relaxing. Take some time for yourself. If you're really struggling with this one, I want you to bring your feet together, heels touching, and just let yourself drop forwards this way. and relax off. Nice work. So there you go, guys. Simple. 20 minutes, a little bit of mobility, range of movement and stretching work. There's literally endless exercises and stretches you can pick for that. That's just a kind of a broad outline of some of the more commonly used ones and easier to get into for the most part. So if you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments below, give us a massive thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and we will see you very soon. Thanks guys, bye-bye.